Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I wanted to do a quick video explaining Luke chapter 13 verse 24. So the verse reads, "Strive to enter in at the strait gate, for many I say unto you will seek to enter in and shall not be able." So a lot of people get confused by this verse because it has the word strive, which sounds like you're working for salvation. However, this verse actually teaches the opposite. It's teaching you to believe in the gospel of grace and to rest. So I'll prove it here. So this verse actually connects the verse in Hebrews chapter 4 verse 11, which says, "Let us labor therefore to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief." So if you notice here, it's a similar concept, similar wording. It says, "Let us labor." However, if you notice, it says, "Let us labor therefore to enter into that rest." And so keep in mind, Hebrews was written to saved Hebrew brethren, but these were Jews, so they still had the law in their minds, and so they still had these old understandings, old ways of thinking, and so it was difficult for them to come to the understanding that all their sins have been paid for, and to actually believe that Jesus did pay for all their sins on the cross. So that's what this is referring to. So this is actually exhorting them with positional truth. However, this is a practical verse for them to believe in that positional truth that Jesus did pay for all their sins, right? So, and you see it says, "Lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief," right? So it's talking about believing in the gospel of grace. So that's what this is about. So a lot of people trust in their works, so it's very difficult to believe that Christ did pay for all your sins, to believe that no works are required to be saved. So that's what this is referring to. So it's working on coming to that understanding, that realization that no works are required and that Jesus paid for all your sins, right? So in Luke chapter 13, verse 24, when it says, "Strive to enter into that strait gate," Jesus is that strait gate. He is the narrow way. The way is narrow and few be there that find it, because most people trust in their works and very few people trust that Jesus paid for all their sins on the cross and the work has been finished by him. So that's all that this is referring to. So it's working to believe in the gospel and to come to that understanding and to rest in that truth. So I hope that makes sense. All right, God bless.